Welcome to the Unapologetic Gentleman, episode 2. Before we start, we want to put a disclaimer saying the views and the views of these and opinions of this show is our own. Also, viewer discretion is advised for strong language and probably some violence and nudity.
Adult content
Viewer discretion is advised.
for an adult audience. So we're going on episode 2, and what is episode two's title today? The mommy hustle. What is the mommy hustle? Women getting they pussy holes nutted in, having these babies,
Mm-hmm.
and using these babies as sources of income.
I.e.,
Come ups.
mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're come ups, but not in the context of what we consider come ups.
Yep. I'm your host, Snake. This is our host.
Boss Chief Papa.
Okay, and we're about to be unapologetic about what we say.
Already.
Now, basically, we have the women who are on the, the food stamps, the TANFs, the welfare, the Section 8. And pretty much you up here using your babies as pretty much money.
Now, there is the justified argument to said situation being that the woman done had disagreements with whatever man that she had the child with
Mm-hmm.
and is on her own and she's doing what she has to do to make a living for her and her child, and we understand that. At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
it starts with the individual that you dealt with.
And who might that be? The baby daddy. Now, the baby daddy, what's going on in that situation is he's being replaced
By
by TANF, Section 8, EBT,
a,
welfare.
aka Uncle Sam. So Uncle Sam is the substitute for the male element in a woman's situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a woman has to have a male element, as a mother has to have a male element to keep her apart, to keep herself going. And that male element is now Uncle Sam, aka government benefits.
And what's the best way to get rid of him now? Is getting rid of him out of the household. Another thing is also child support. Child support is another way of how they're also getting the man out of the household.
Oh, yes.
But with that also being said, what is that man doing? Is that man helping her, or is he helping himself?
Which is usually the latter.
And another point that needs to be made is for the income. The reason why a lot of these women are on Section 8, on TANF, on housing, and everything else is because they don't make enough money. And it's one income providing for 2 miles.
Is the math in there, people? I don't think so. I think it's not common sense rule, but I think it should be a common sense adult rule that every single mouth that you put under your roof, you should have a source of income with it.
Mm-hmm. Not just one, but two, because one parent can barely survive on the income by themselves. A single individual living by themselves can barely survive on one income, especially if it's minimum wage or less.
Yes. It's hard. It's hard times out here. Incomes rising every year, and you literally can't make any fucking mistakes out here right now. They will cost you, and they will cost you for years to come.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the deal. That's the deal with being an adult. Yes, we love to have relationships, but now the game is nobody's committing. Nobody's committing. Nobody wants to commit long term. Everything is short term, but you do short term shit and suffer long term consequences because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And having a baby is not a short term deal. I mean, it should never be considered a short term deal. But everybody has their own protocols prior to fucking. Everybody has their own protocols prior to fucking. Some people just think if I just get that nut, I just get that nut, or you may put the ground rules down then and just say fucking in the middle, one of the two. Everybody has their own protocols, but at the same time, babies is a long term investment, generational investment. Okay, and it's an investment. It should not be a child should not be considered a source of income in this in America in an American economy. I mean, you should really consider the individual that you do it with prior to, because because mouths are expenses.
Mm-hmm.
Mouths are expenses. That's what they are, and that's what they always will be. Nobody has to pick up nobody else's fucking baggage. That's what it is.
It's not a privilege to have a kid. It's a duty. It's a responsibility. What you see with a kid, and what you're talking about is generational chaos, generational. Um, what's the word right for it?
Curse.
Curse. The stuff that was passed down from your family, from your parents, your grandparents, are passed down to each generation. The thing is, will you break it? Can you break it? Yes, you can break it. But the problem is, a lot of times we fall right back into that situation or make it even worse for the
Mm,
next generation of
mm,
kids.
mm. I don't. Let's bring it back to the subject matter. Even though you done said some awesome points, my brother.
Mm-hmm. Thank
Mothers, we're not beating you down here,
you. No, but
but at the same time, you got to understand, and you got to understand how men move around here to not get played out. You chose the wrong dick. That's what every single mother has. You made this baby by this man. You chose the wrong dick. What you got to do moving forward is consider. Yes, you got to consider your investment. And yes, this is considered to be also an investment in getting the government benefits as well. But it's also a double-edged sword with the government benefits or whatever you use your child for as a source of income. As a source of income,
but with
will
that,
it will it will it will it X out whatever man that you want to get with? That's the other edge of the sword. Yes, you get in this, but is it going to be enough for you and the baby and the man for you to balance out deals with, or is it going to be too much for you and the baby and the man is not just going to be much of shit? Because you got to have that male element as a mother. It's the balance that's natural law. That's natural law as well as spiritual law, if you ask me. That balance, I gotta have that balance, whether it's tangible or intangible, artificial or natural. You gotta have that balance,
mm-hmm.
and this is how women are achieving said balance. Now, you would rather have a natural balance than an artificial balance, a tangible balance than an intangible balance. That government benefits is that intangible balance. And yes, Uncle Sam got his rules to his money too, just as any other dick, artificial or natural, would have.
Mm-hmm. Now speaking about dicks, it goes back to the subject of the daddies. You have the daddies that are probably there in the house,
Mm-hmm.
but not there at all. What am I talking about? You got dads who are probably sitting at home, smoking the weed, drinking, whatever, not even doing anything with the kids, not even providing for the kids. and not even providing for his woman, but pretty much letting her take care of all the responsibilities. And he's just laying there playing his game, smoking his weed, drinking, and not taking responsibility as a man. Or better yet, the word for both parties, not just for the women, but for the men too. Accountability, accountability for their actions. Why do I know about that? Because I'm proof of it. I'm walking proof of accountability. My father was not in my household. My father was not in my life a lot of times. I was living underneath a single home, single parent. Yes, my mother was also on that. So I can speak on some of these subjects because I lived it. Now, the issue is, what are we going to do about it? Are we trying to make a change for the children? Or are we trying to stay in that generational curse?
At least you got to know yours, bro.
Ah, I wish I didn't.
At least you got to know the dick that done made you. As far as the dick that done made me is dead or alive, I don't know which.
Hmm.
anywho, anywho, that's a
That's a topic. That's a subject for another day. Deadbeat dads. We'll do that another time.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. It's we it's to me. I think why they get to me from my perspective of why a sorry dick is better than being alone concerning these women is because these emotional attachments that they make with these men. It's the Joker Harley Quinn dynamic.
Ah,
And okay. Let before I even go into that dynamic, elder millennial, Gen X. We're not we're not latter millennial, Gen Z, and all that stuff. We're Gen X, elder millennial, geek nerds. So we come from that era of Batman,
mm-hmm.
of the story of Batman. So Joker to us was a kingpin. He was a mafia overlord. He was a mafia overlord, a mafia boss that was one of the underbosses of Gotham. That's what he was. The Joker was one of the underbosses of Gotham, and Harley Quinn, one of the doctors at Arkham Asylum, one of the psychiatrists at Arkham Asylum, got her head fucked up experimenting with him,
Mm-hmm.
and
Being a psychiatrist,
mm-hmm,
fell in love with him.
exactly.
It's not, and it wasn't no um, Stockholm syndrome. It wasn't that. She wasn't held against her will. She willingly fell in love
Hmm.
with him,
Okay.
and everybody knows one bad chick crazy equals and two bad chick crazy is one bad chick crazy and one bad chick crazy equals two bad chick crazy.
Yes. Now, I will refer to an episode of Batman the animated series, the animated series that came on in the 90s, when Harley Quinn captured Batman. She actually caught Batman and was about to finish him off, but the Joker came and got on her for capturing Batman.
Hmm.
Okay. Why did the Joker get on Harley Quinn for capturing Batman when it was the thing when that was supposed to be the thing to do? That was in her mind what she was supposed to do. We were supposed to capture Batman. We were supposed to get Batman, torture him, fuck him up, do whatever.
The usual.
Yeah. The Joker said that wasn't it. What it wasn't a part of the joke. It wasn't basically how I wanted to do things with Batman. And being that you fucked up the joke, I gotta fuck you up because of it. And she got backslapped and thrown out the fucking window.
Sounds about him. Joker was so abusive to her, she even hid the fact that they had a child.
Hmm.
Yes, a lot of people later on in the comics, and not only in the comics, animated or whatever, and different iterations of the DC universe, where Harley Quinn had a child. She did not want Joker to know about it because that child would have been facing the same abuse or even worse with the Joker.
On some Kill Bill type dynamic.
Hmm.
Because you know what the deal with Kill Bill was.
Hmm.
Slight tangent, slight tangent. Underboss the underboss assassin teacher falls in love, or student falls in love with assassin student. They have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Assassin student disappears for a year or so or so or so. Assassin teacher underboss is all hysterical trying to find this woman, and she's out there in the middle. She's out there in the middle of nowhere getting married to some other dick. He goes
And
in.
pretending that that baby is his.
Yes, yes, yes. He fucks everything up. Fucks the whole wedding rehearsal up. Kills the dick. Fucks her up too. Blast her brains out supposedly as a sign of masochism, as he says, because you were my lover and I had to kill you for it, so I'm hurt doing so.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, she resurrects in the hospital and goes on this venture and goes and kills him. I mean, that's how the story was written. And I guess in a more base sense, yeah, if a woman was to do all that stuff, and would you consider what Bill did justified?
Hmm. It depends. Hmm.
Well, put yourself in. Man, put yourself in Bill's picture. Woman, put yourself in Beatrix's picture, and do all the stuff that they done did.
Or better yet, woman, put yourself in Bill's position, and man, put yourself in Beatrice's position. Hmm.
And we could say for the Joker Harley Quinn deal as well. We got. If you're going to choose a bad dick, just know how bad that dick is. Just know how bad that dick is. Don't do a Beatrix move or a Harley Quinn move. You have a baby by this man and flake because you had a baby by a bad dick. You had a baby by a bad dick.
Well, it happens to a lot of women. It happens to a lot of guys who was with those bad women.
Yes. All in all, yeah, these women had to have a reality check because what they wanted to, they had to figure out. Okay, I had the next generation. No, I don't want the next generation going through this life. I gotta find some way to have the generation go on to live a better life than what I done lived. What I done lived. Now you put, after you have the baby, now you put two and two together. Now reality is struck after you had the baby.
Yes.
It don't strike before then? What?
Don't strike before when you was work with the guy, or did he change in between?
Mm.
Or better yet, did you change in between?
Or just the fucking feelings got stronger. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Or was the
One and
nut?
two.
I say the nut got strong.
Yeah.
It wasn't the feelings, the nut.
The fucking feelings. Well, I call it the fucking feelings. That nut too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's you just, and we all adults here. We talking about adult situations here. We talk about adult consequences from adult actions
Mm-hmm.
that adults go through, and when you don't think things through, and it's usually you don't think the fucking through. You
Mm.
you don't think the fucking through. I mean that's all what it is. That's all. To me that's what it is. It looks like shit just goes out the window concerning the.
Also, coming from a person who suffers from it, those fucking some of those men or those women can put you in a terrible downspin. That can put you in the mood of depression, bipolar,
Whew,
PTSD.
whew, that's another subject in itself, bro. That's another episode in itself. And we're at the 20-minute mark, people.
So we're getting ready to wrap this up, and be sure to stay tuned because right after this we'll be having the very first episode, the premiere episode of the Snake Pit, featuring me, Desmond J. Rattler, the Snake, and we're going to be talking about racism in the pro wrestling industry.
Mm, mm,
After
mm.
what just happened over this past weekend, we're going to be talking about some of those issues that happened not only in just pro wrestling, but I'm also going to bring up some other sports incidences.
You're gonna love it, people. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. All right. We hope you enjoyed the topic. We hope you enjoyed the discussion today. If you have any questions or comments about the discussion, feel free to hit us up. Boss Chief Papa, Alonzo Reed.
Desmond J. Rattler, or you can find me on Facebook as Jerome Evans. You can hit us up anytime on Facebook, YouTube, uh, Facebook, what is it, YouTube,
Instagram.
Instagram, and X.
Yes, yes, yes. Without further ado, I'm Boss
Peace.
Chief Papa.
I'm Snake, and we're out.
Peace.
Peace.
See y'all on the next episode.
Stay tuned for the Snake.